What's up, G family? So I think it's time we make a video regarding G-Fest 2024 here. If you haven't already seen it, I uploaded the 50-minute vlog. That was the just kind of the whole experience of what we did during G-Fest 2024. This video is kind of more of a like just overall thoughts about the experience, and also more importantly, what I picked up. So first, before I show you what I picked up behind me, and you might already see some stuff, I'm not going to point it out yet. We went the whole time. We'd left Sunday, arrived Thursday, the day before, so you get the whole gist. I'm going to go over what I got, and then I'll make a second part to this so Carson can show you what he got. I just figured it'd be easier if we kind of just split it up a little bit there instead of both of us trying to do it at the same time. His will be here at the end or something, or in a different video. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet. But besides the point, we went there. It's been about 2 weeks now. A little late to the game. I'm making this video, but I've been pretty busy. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was probably my favorite G-Fest ever. Just the overall things we did. This time, it was the first time out of my 3 times there that I actually stayed in the hotel where the convention was being held. So you may be thinking, why does that make a difference? Well, I'll tell you why. Because I was able to actually do a lot more stuff than I would have normally done walking across the street, because it was kind of a pain in the ass the first couple times we did that. So now that we were actually in the convention, it was a totally different ball game for us, and we were able to do a lot more like convention panels and stuff like that. Go to the dealer's room more. So that is really mostly what made it my favorite, because I felt like I was way more involved this time than the other 2 times. Let me start off by saying this, I guess. If you've watched the vlog, you've already seen me talk about how busy it was. So I don't know what it was like last year. If you were there last year, please tell me below, because I'm very curious. This seemed like the busiest year I've ever been to, because 2022 was, or sorry, 2022 was kind of a weird year, because it was right after COVID, so I think people were still trying to not go to these big conventions just in case. But I don't know if people were still like a little bit afraid to go to conventions because of COVID. Totally justified reason, I get it. So I don't know if there were less people there when we went in 2022. Funny enough, we did actually get COVID from 2022, so if that was a concern of yours, probably a pretty valid one. So besides the point there was a lot less people in 2022, and in 2014, obviously the fandom wasn't big enough. That's the first time I went. Totally different game, but this convention was packed. Don't get me wrong, I love seeing the fandom grow. It's like so nice to have a big fandom here in the United States. The only problem is it was like overwhelming at some points. So I know I was sitting on a panel, they did talk about expanding the dealer's room. That's big, because let me tell you, the dealer's room was insanely packed and there were lines all day. So that's something that probably needs to be improved upon in the future. And honestly, this is probably way easier said than done, and I get that. They might need to expand again. Like, it's getting that big to me, and it's crazy. I mean, again, I love it. I think it's hilarious how much the fandom has grown. I think it's a great thing. I don't have a solution either, so I'm kind of just rambling on about nothing here. But yeah, it's almost like they need to expand again. I just thought I would kind of throw that out there, because I didn't even sit in the costume parade this year, unfortunately, because I didn't wait in line. And I love the costume parade, but to be honest, I was kind of just over the crowds at that point, so I just kind of wanted to get away for a little bit. But I did watch a little bit of it in the theater room down below, but that was about the only thing I couldn't do because of the crowd, I guess. But other than that, the dealer's room was relatively fine, except for Saturday where there was a line most of the time. And that was, to be honest, the thing we did the most was the dealer's room. And let me tell you, the dealer's room was great this year. And segueing into that, while we're talking about the dealer's room, so the thing that I think they're talking about doing is expanding the room where the dealer's room is. They're not going to add more dealers from what I heard, but they're going to just expand it, which is big, because there were certain areas in that dealer's room where you couldn't walk. And again, you can probably see that in my vlog if you go back and watch that. But overall, absolutely great experience. My favorite one yet. Got to meet some of the YouTubers I watched all my life, like Richie, who was a really cool guy. We talked to him for a little bit, and yeah, just that kind of stuff that I enjoy about going to these kind of things, just connecting with the fans. Speaking of the dealer's room, we're going to go over what I got now, and I'm going to try my hardest to remember how I got it in the order, but to be honest, there is a lot of stuff that is super fuzzy to me now, because I don't remember how I bought it, because I bought some stuff really quick. So I'm just going to start with the first thing, and all I got to do is turn right around here to this. This is the first purchase of the trip. This is the FSL Rick exclusive 1974. So yeah, this is the Rick Boy, which means that it's got translucent spines on the back. You know what I mean? Dorsal plates. So they light up. I got the box behind me. Don't really feel like plugging it in. You guys know what a light 'em feature is, I hope, at this point. If not, you kind of get the point. But yeah, translucent on the back. It lights up white. That's what I almost just said. It lights up white. So yeah, here it is. And I mean, could that be any better? I love Showa Godzilla, and this is one of my favorite suits of Showa Godzilla. So yeah, check that boy out. I'm not going to go in like full reviews of it. I just kind of want to show off my stuff to you guys, so I can kind of show off the haul here. And there he is, one of 2X Plus. We'll get into that later. And I got him for a pretty good deal. And that was another thing I was a little bit worried about. Let me put this guy back. That was another thing I was a little worried about, was not being able to find like any good deals, and it's not focusing on me. There we go. Not being able to find like good deals or something like that. But surprisingly enough, the X Plus wasn't outrageously expensive, depending on the stand you went to. But yeah, I got some pretty good deals, which was good, because sometimes, you know, places like that can get overpriced. But I didn't really see too much of it this year, so that was a great thing. So this is where things get fuzzy for me. I have no idea in which order I bought these, but we're gonna do my best to try and remember. This was either my second purchase, you know what I mean, you get it. It was a purchase somewhere along the line. This movie Monster Series Biollante, pretty good figure, and it was something that caught my eye. I had seen it before, like on the Godzilla store, stuff like that, but I hadn't picked it up yet. So boom, there was this. Not really too much to say about this. Again, not going into full detail. It looks great though. I'm really glad that I picked it up and found it. So we're going to move on to the next one, which again, not totally sure. But I bought this from the same stand, I know, at the same time. So I'm pretty sure I got to be pretty close to being right here. This is the Bandai Batra. I guess I could just watch my vlog again, because I'm pretty sure I showed everything in the order I got it. But this is, I think this was a pretty, and I'm going to take the price sticker off right now. I didn't do that, apparently. I think this is a pretty controversial figure. I don't remember hearing if it was this one or the Batra Larva. It might have been the Batra Larva, now I'm thinking about it. But again, I don't remember if people had a problem with the underside of this one or the larva. That was the only thing I heard about it. Tell me if I'm getting that mixed up. I easily could be. But here it is. Again, good colors here. And I dug this as soon as I saw it. So I kind of comboed the deal here in the dealer's room and got both of them at the same time to kind of bring the price down a little bit. Good strategy, if you guys don't know. Obviously, dealers are going to haggle with you the way they want, but always try to get a deal if you can, to the extent. Don't be disrespectful, obviously, when you're offering, but, you know, you get the point. But yeah, there's that, another Bandai, and it's focusing on my face still, but you get the point. Here it is. Okay. Oh! Now that I'm remembering, I definitely bought this second. This was definitely the second thing I bought. Now I'm thinking about it. And once again, I just gotta... Yeah, so this is the coin parking... Is that what it's called? I know it's coin parking. Yeah, coin parking delivery. Woo! Sorry, a little tired here today. But this is the coin parking delivery exclusive 91. Again, this is something I had seen for a long time, kind of floating around the internet. But yeah, it was like an obvious target for me. It was like one of the first things I wanted to do and grab from G-Fest. I love 91. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's my favorite suit now. If you've been watching me for a little bit, which not many of you have, but if you have, awesome. But if you've been watching me for a little bit, you know that 91 and 54 were like exchangeable for my favorites. 54 usually took the top, but every time I see 91 now, it's the thing I go after. And so this is a 91, obviously. And look at this. I mean, just look at it. Look how blue it is. Just tell me this wouldn't catch your eye from across the room, because that's what it does to me. And I had to pick it up. Again, a fairly good price. I think I got it from Radioactive Toys. So that's where I got this guy from. And I couldn't be happier. Moving on. And while I'm at it, I also got this from Radioactive Toys too. So this is another theater exclusive first form. Not first form. Is this first form? Second form? I don't remember. Shin Godzilla, again, Radioactive Toys. So here it is, a pretty good deal. I really wanted to go after like the colored stuff this time, like the colored Bandai, and that was really most of my target. Just because like last time I went in 2022, X Plus was my target. However, I pretty much buy all the X Plus I want to now online when they come out, so there wasn't too many X Plus targets for me. So here's that one. I just figured I'd show it off real quick, another theater exclusive. Well, let's move on again. Alright, and I honestly have no idea which stand I got these from. I don't remember. This might have been radioactive again. I'm pretty sure it was. Jeez. My memory's good. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is radioactive again. I got the pair of these are the theater exclusives from the recent movie Godzilla X Kong. And again, like these just stand out. Another thing that just stands out across the room. And again, colored Bandai. You're kind of seeing a theme here. And these are two great ones. So put them back as well. Sorry, I had to turn my light down. I just realized how bright it was, so hopefully I can fix that in post, but if not, whatever. Here is another colored Bandai. Shocker, right? This is another theater exclusive, I believe, Shin Godzilla. And I'm not too familiar with the different kinds. Again, these are all things I've seen floating around for a long time. I was after this for years. Just never pulled the trigger on it because it is a little on the more expensive side for Bandai. I'm seeing a bunch of fuzzies on here. Again, a great figure. Honestly, kind of looks like a candy. But yeah, it's like nice, shiny, kind of like, I think it is translucent like the other ones were. I didn't really go over that. I just figured, again, here's the show off. Nice long tail, got that detail on the back. Great figure. Move on. Alright, here is another colored Bandai. And this is another Shin Godzilla exclusive. This is just the yellow one. This is the same as the other one I already showed. So here it is in the yellow form. Got this for a really good deal. That's why I picked this one up, because it was nice and cheap for myself. So I had to pick that up. Again, not much to say about it because it's pretty similar to the other one. Great mold and great looking figure. This is... Oh, never mind. I have yellow figures. What am I talking about? Never mind. But yeah, I'm going to put this guy back. We're going to keep moving on. Alright, so next, my one and only sofubi purchase from the trip. And from the dealer's room. As you know, I'm more of like the realistic guy, which is why you can't really see it right now, but I have the whole shelf full of X Plus above me. Carson's more the sofubi guy, so if you're into sofubi stuff, wait till his part of the video, because that's where that kind of stuff will go over more. But I do have one for you. 62 glow in the dark. If Carson was here, he could tell you more on the actual like lore, or not lore, background of this figure. Honestly, he's way more knowledge than I am on sofubi. So, for example, when I saw this, I always check with him first to make sure I'm getting a good deal, and I got a great deal on this guy. So yeah, this is the only green figure I have in my collection, and when I saw this, I had to get it. It was new in bag, and I got it for a great deal. And I want to shout out the dealer here. I don't remember his name. I can try to put it up if I find it, but we accidentally had like a miscommunication on the price. This one was supposed to be a little more expensive than I bought it for. But he honored his word, and he gave me it for the price that he originally said, because he thought I was talking about a different figure. I don't think it was too much of a difference. However, I really appreciate that kind of business. Those are the kind of people you want to do business with. It's just good customer service, and I can really appreciate something like that. So I just wanted to do a quick shout out to that guy. Again, really nice. Nice and detailed, definitely a 62 sculpt, and yeah, I like how it's my only glow in the dark. Sofubi can be often, not often, but they're like one of the only Godzilla stuff that can be glow in the dark, and that's the only one I have. So it's kind of cool to see lit up at night when you're going to bed, and yeah, it's kind of cool to look at from across the room. So we have one more thing to go over, and it's also the other X Plus, and it was something on my target list for a long time now, and I cannot wait to show you. I'm gonna grab this. This is kind of scary. Okay, sorry about that. I'm kind of running out of room up there, and these are all kind of smashed together. Not smashed is the wrong word. I am not smashing my figures. Whoa, that sounds weird out of context. But I'm not putting my figures in danger. So here I am gonna lift it now. Voila, an 89 Sakai, motherfuckers. So yeah, check it out. So, like I was saying earlier, 91 is my favorite suit. So you might be thinking, why am I talking about 91? If you don't know, these are the same suit. They just kind of repurposed the 91 suit that I like a lot. There's two different suits using 91, but they also repurposed this suit. And I mean, this these two, 89 and 91, I really just think of them as the same suit because there's barely any difference. The regular person wouldn't be able to tell you what the difference is. I can tell a little bit, and you can go over it, but generally it's the same suit, same look, same peak Godzilla, and this is what these suits are. They're peak Godzilla. I mean, when you think of Godzilla, and honestly, when Toho ever like promotes Godzilla, they still use Heisei a lot to promote stuff. So yeah, this is the peak Godzilla, and I already have the 91 that I actually bought last G-Fest back there. And I also, so that's a Sakai 91, I have a Sakai 89, I have a Sakai 95, and I have the Sakai 92. So all I'm missing now is the Sakai 93, which I regret not picking up. I don't know why the fuck I didn't pick that up when it came out. I'm going to try to get that again soon. I have another figure coming in first, and then I'm going to try to get that one. And then the Sakai 84. And then I have all the Sakai Heisei, which would be a big thing for me because I love the Heisei series. I think it's like one of my favorites. So I'm trying to do that. And that was my goal before I bought this guy next to me. And so now I'm even closer. I did try to reach out to some people to get the 84. Didn't get it. We'll get there eventually. But maybe some of you guys watching have one. I will take it for a good price. So keep that in mind. Or a 93 Sakai. But I think that's still on pre-order for Sideshow. Maybe. I don't know. I know it's come out already, but I think there was a re-release because they got it in stock again. But anyway, besides the point, this is awesome. I love his pose. It's just like, I don't know why, but it just screams 89, like this walk, this certain pose, like, oh, I know that's from Biollante. So yeah, I had to get it. Although it looks similar to 91, I can't have too much of this suit. There's still other versions of 91X Plus from Sakai that I would also like to get because I love this suit so much. Maybe a Rick Boy down the line because of the blue dorsal plates. But yeah, this was honestly probably my second favorite pickup from the trip. I wasn't going to get it at first either. I didn't see this till the last minute at G-Fest, and then I just asked the guy to come down a little bit, and he did for me. Again, another shout out there. And I picked it up for a really good price. To be honest, it was a price that I could have picked it up for on like Facebook groups and stuff, which I'll always take if I can get that in the dealer's room. So, I'm going to put this guy back up, and we're going to wrap up. Alright, so that concludes my section of this video. I'm going to have Carson take it over now. By the way, this is kind of just our YouTube channel now. We both do the same thing, so why not make it one channel? So yeah, we're going to flip over to him real quick, and I'll wrap up the video afterwards so you guys kind of get the conclusion. But take it away, Carson.
Hey guys! Alright. Moving on to my end of my G-Fest haul. Got some pretty good stuff this year. I was a little, I had some things in mind that I've really wanted for a long time, and I was really hoping there was going to be some of those here, and there was. Pretty much the instant I got into the dealer's room, I wanted to secure something to make myself feel better, just in case something I saw went away and then I'd be really sad. But no, I secured something very quick, so I was really happy about it, and it's still probably my favorite purchase of this G-Fest. So without further ado, let's take a look at it. Alright, there it is. I bet you, most of you know what this is. This is a glow-in-the-dark Rose Biollante. Camera focusy. But no, this is the Rose Biollante. This is the G-Fest exclusive Rose Biollante. And as some of you probably know, this is the figure that was put together completely backwards in the factory. At first, I'd just kind of forgotten that in the past, that was a thing. But I bought the Rose Biollante anyways, and I realized it was backwards. I was like, oh, well, there it is. And it was kind of a pain putting this thing back together. For the most part, it was easy. You just have to flip the body around and then switch the arms, so these little guys. But for some reason, this arm just would not fit in this hole in the body. I tried for like an hour and a half trying to get that to work properly like this one did, but I ended up settling. Like, it's the inside cut on this arm is like a little folded in, but I don't really care. You would never even notice it. And yeah, it's a figure I've wanted for a long time. The Rose Form Biollante is one of those figures that is a little more obscure as far as like kaiju go. It's not like a super popular kaiju. The fact that Marmot made this mold was always really cool to me. And this is my favorite paint scheme, just the glow-in-the-dark. You got the purples, greens, and the golds. And it all looks really good, so I was really happy to pick this up for actually a really good deal. Surprisingly, I was very happy with what I paid for it. So yeah, this was the first purchase. Well, let's move on to the second one. The second thing I bought this G-Fest Again, it was something, this particular Marmot figure is one I've been wanting for a really long time. It's the most common variant of this mold. You see it. I've seen just the one at G-Fest a couple times, and the prices were just crazy. So this year I actually saw it in person, and it was complete, and you'll see why I say complete in a second. So I just had to get it. And that is the Marmot Parababy Godzilla 1967 with the little Minya. I think this is super cool, and like I said, as a kid, I always really wanted this one. So, and I've seen it go up a couple times on eBay and some of the collectors groups, but it just never lined up for me, and I wasn't prepared to buy it when I saw it. But again, I paid a little more than I probably would have otherwise, but I was at G-Fest, and it wasn't that outrageous. For whatever reason, this set in particular just seems to be sought after for some reason. I don't know why, but the prices of this compared to some of the other Parababy sets they're just higher. Not only, because usually the chase figures don't, like you'll see in a second with the Rodan I'll talk about, and with Gigan, they just come with like mini versions of themselves. But with this one, it's just Godzilla 1967 and Minya, so Son of Godzilla set, which is really cool. I've always been a big green color guy. It's my favorite color, so I just love the green color of this Godzilla 1967 with the silver spines that just stand out like crazy and the little yellow highlight in the front there. And this Minya is really awesome too. It's just so weird, and it's just kind of his form in the beginning of the movie where he's just kind of like a little thingy that can't crawl around that well. He just looks so goofy and awesome, so I was happy to get this, and I was really excited about it because for some reason it was from Toku Toy Town, amazing stand, and I walked past it like 3 times, and all of a sudden I looked down and it was just sitting there, so I don't know how I didn't see it earlier, but I'm glad I was able to get it, so yeah, really awesome. So thanks to Toku Toy Town for that one, because they had some really awesome stuff this year, and I did end up buying a few things from them. Yeah, the Marmot Parababy 1967 Son of Godzilla set. Let's move on. Yeah. Okay, so for my third purchase of G-Fest, again, something I was really happy with, and another good deal yet again. And continuing with the Marmot Parababy theme, and the Marmot theme in general, because that's all I got at G-Fest, is the Marmot Parababy Rodan 1956. This Rodan is actually really cool to me. It's always been pretty unique, as with most of the Parababies, they're a lot more stylized, they're smaller, and I've always thought they're really cool, because of course they come with the little chase pieces. But this Rodan in particular is pretty freaking awesome. There's not a ton of variants of this particular Rodan. Same with most Parababies, there's only about like 3 or 4 on average, I'd say. And this one's probably my favorite. There's like a metallic green color, there's like a classic rusty red color Rodan. But this one's really awesome because it's like a blue and it has like a cream color that kind of fades into the blue, which I think looks really good. And he's got those red eyes, which look really neat too. And just a little bit of the silver highlights just really brings this figure together. It's not one I was really expecting to get, so when I saw this and asked for the price, again, super good deal for this Rodan, and I got this from Otaku America as well as that Rose Biolante, but I ended up getting this guy a little later because I kind of had my eye on him and I saw him sitting there, and I wasn't really expecting how much they were going to ask for it because it seems that these Parababies kind of go for a lot of money anymore, but no, I didn't pay much for this guy at all. It was a lot less than I was expecting it was going to be, so I just immediately bought it when he told me the price. And yeah, the little chase piece is just kind of a gray Rodan. He's just flying. Yeah, the 1956 Rodan, the blue color version. And referencing things like Club Tokyo and such, this probably has been my favorite variation of the Parababy Rodan, so yeah, really cool colors, and I like this one a lot, and I'm super happy I picked it up. Let's move on to my final purchase of G-Fest. Okay, so last, but certainly not least, as they say, this is my final purchase of G-Fest. I only ended up getting like 4 figures, just because I've been trying to become a little more selective. I don't have a ton of space left. This was from Toku Toy Town, and this is my final purchase, and that is the Godzilla General Retro Style. This is a Vinyl Paradise figure, so it's not what I'm used to collecting, and this is actually my very first Vinyl Paradise figure. In the past, I've never really been like dying for them, I guess, but after seeing some in person over the last few years, I've been a lot more tempted to get one, And I'm really glad I did, because this thing is pretty awesome. And it's retro style because you can kind of, like the way it's put together, the design of it, it's just very retro feeling. And these figures are actually getting pretty old now in general. This is an awesome figure, and it came with this building. So the Odaiba building, is that how you say it? I probably butchered that. However, really cool. This is just a little vinyl building that this figure actually comes with in the bag. So it's kind of like a Marmot Pear Baby, but a standard size and a vinyl Paradise. So it's super cool. And there's like three total variants of this, and they all come with different buildings. There's like a green one and a blue one, all the Godzilla General retro style. And one comes like Tokyo Tower, and I don't remember the third one. But this is the building that this one comes with. So yeah, like I said, this is my first Vinyl Paradise figure, and I'm a huge fan of it. This kind of reddish-orange color really stands out, and the silver highlights are really awesome too. And yeah, it's just such a crazy-looking, stylized sofubi piece, and the fact that it's Marmot makes it even cooler. So I'm probably just going to have to end up collecting a few more Vinyl Paradise figures now, because since I got this one, I've been looking, and some of them are actually super, super cool. And yeah, like I said, this was my final purchase of G-Fest. And yeah, for whatever reason, I was just super drawn to this and the Vinyl Paradise line, and I wanted to get into it, and I think this is a good start. And now I'm going to have to get the green and the blue variant with all their buildings now, which is awesome. But no, overall, really happy with what I got. This year at G-Fest was super fun for me. Seeing a lot of people that I will connect with online in the Facebook groups and things like that. And seeing all the people I've watched on YouTube was super cool as well. And yeah, sure, it was busy, but it was really cool to see people actually wanting to come to G-Fest this year, because it was such a huge year for Godzilla, having 2 movie releases, and there was just so much excitement within the fandom this year, so it was awesome. All the events were great. The dealer's room were awesome. There was a lot of great products in there, as there always is. So yeah, it was overall just a fantastic experience. And we have already booked the room for next year, which I am already excited for. And you'll see very shortly here, I've purchased a couple more figures since I've returned from G-Fest, and you'll probably see an unboxing video of one very soon, and it was something I was very excited for, so make sure to look forward to that, and also look forward to some more sofubi videos, because I would like to make them, and I would like to talk about some of this stuff, because I don't know, I just feel like I've not talked about them enough, and maybe we can go a little more in depth into some of them, looking at different variants and things like that. And yeah, because there's not a ton of information, and I probably said this in the unboxing video too, but that's in the future, so it doesn't matter. But no, look forward to some more Marmot videos, because that's mainly what I collect, as you've probably seen by now. And yeah, that's about it for me. G-Fest 2024 was a great one, and I'm super glad I got to meet some people and have a great time. So goodbye, G-Family. See you in the next video.
Alright, thank you guys very much for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing me and Carson's collection gathering of G-Fest. That didn't really make sense, but you know what I meant. And yeah, oh, one thing I want to point out. I talked about this in the vlog. These things are so much better than the old tags I used to use. These are going to hold up so much more. I love that. Keep doing that. That was great. It just felt more official. Besides the point, we're going to wrap this up. So yeah, thanks for watching. Again, if you haven't checked it out already, if you want to see our actual experience at G-Fest, go check out the vlog. I have that uploaded on my channel now. So go check that out. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed watching our collection and seeing what we got. I'd just like to kind of show you guys what we picked up from 2024. And I hope to see you guys in the next video, which I already know what it's going to be, and I think it's going to be a good one. It's a Carson unboxing of something he's been after for a long time. So we'll see you then, and if you like what you're seeing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We are at 275 subscribers, I think, now, which is wild. Thank you, everyone, for subscribing. I really appreciate that. So if you want to join us, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below, and I will see you guys in the next video. So thanks for watching. Peace out.